So we get out there, and we're on the water, and like I said, the the boats, the water's huge. The waters are really, really big. And so what we did was, we all had, like I said before, we all have homework. And so we all decided we wanted to go do some homework. And so we went up and we were in the forward deck here. We were in the forward deck. Okay? So we're all on the forward deck. And there's a window up top here. And you can see out into the water. And you could see the waves. And at this point we were going into the waves. So the boat was going headfirst into the waves and going up. And so it was a rocking motion, not side to side, but just kind of up and down. Okay? And so we're going into them, and they're quite big, and we're all going out and we're watching it. And it's really fun. Like, we're watching it, it's kind of fun, because what happened was, you'd hit a wave, and the waves were so big, you'd go up, and you'd go up so high on the wave, you couldn't see the ocean anymore in that window up here. And you'd hit the end of the wave, you'd go down off the wave, and the well in between each wave was so deep. Like, here's a wave, so here's the wave here, and the well was so deep that the boat would free fall. Okay? So we go off a wave, we couldn't see the ocean, we would free fall for a period of time, hit the wave, and the whole boat would kind of, like, it would go and it would kind of shake. And everybody was like, yeah, this is fucking awesome, it's like a friggin' it's like an amusement park ride. This is friggin' awesome. We're doing jumps on boats. Shit's getting real. We were so excited. We were all up front, and the waves were getting bigger and bigger the further we were getting out into the ocean. And if anybody knows Canada and knows that section of ocean out on the way to Newfoundland, it is some of the worst waters in the world. Some of the worst waters you can come. And when there's a bad storm, it is bad, bad news. And so at this point, what happens is, the captain of the ship comes down, and they bring out all of the teachers together, and all of the staff together, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, and they're all meeting, they meet right around here, in the main hall, and they're all here, standing around talking, and I'm sitting there, and I'm listening in over this, and the captain sits there and he says, alright, here's the deal, we're only 15 minutes out into this trip right now, this is the worst ocean I have seen in 15 years. Worst I've seen in 15 years. Worst storm I've seen in 15 years. We can either keep going, or we can turn around and go back to shore and do it tomorrow. And the teachers looked at him, and Dunbar looked at him and said, you know what? This is not my profession. I don't know what to tell you. You're the captain. You make the decision. And so he says, okay, I'm going to go talk to my crew, we'll make a decision, and we'll let you know what we're going to do over the PA system. And so he goes away, and he talks for a while, and all of a sudden we go over the PA system, and it's the captain. He says, good evening, everybody, it's the captain speaking. We've made the executive decision, we're going to keep going on with this trip. And so at that point I said, okay, now we're doing it. We're in for the long haul. And so we're still up here in the forward deck. Still up here in the forward deck, all having a good time, because here the window's along this wall, and so we're all standing, there's about 5 or 6 of us standing across this wall, and we started hitting some really big waves, like they were big before, they were twice as big as they were, and we were getting so much air that we were getting hang time long enough to be weightless. I'm not exaggerating, I swear to God, you would hit that wave, and you would have the hang time here would be so great that you would be weightless for a moment of time. Okay? So what happened is, up here, hold on, let me back this up. Up here, there was a curtain rod across the window. And so we're still going headfirst into the wave. So the boat is going up the wave this way, and down the wave, and up the wave this way, right? And so we're going up, and so what happens is we're weightless. We have to grab on to this railing, so we have to grab onto the curtain rod so we don't fly away, is what was happening, because we were getting so much air that we were floating like quite like a foot off the ground when it was all done. And it was kind of fucked. It was kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of messed up. And what happened was, it was really fun. We were all having fun. But what happened is that we were going along, and all of a sudden, we hit the mother of all waves. We hit the biggest son of a bitch on the entire friggin', I don't care where you are in the, I don't think there is a bigger wave. We hit a fucking tsunami. Shit, wasn't it? We hit something special. We hit this thing, we're going up we're going up. Okay, so here's the thing, we're the boat, right? We're getting ready. And you know how if you're looking at the waves, like out in the distance, you can kind of see a wave getting bigger, like you can see it swallowing other waves, and the gap gets bigger and bigger in between waves. We're watching this from the boat up front, and we're seeing it, and we're going, oh shit, this is gonna be friggin' huge, and we're all getting excited for it, right? We're like, yes, fuck, this is gonna be awesome. And so what happens is, we start going up, we hit this wave. So first of all, we're on the downside of the wave, and we can look up, and we can, the top of the wave is out of view. And so the boat hits the bottom of the wave. And it's kind of, I describe it like, you know when you're on a roller coaster, and you're doing that part where it's just chain work, and you're slowly going up, like it's like the whole click track, it's like, right? It's kind of like that, because what happened was, we get to the bottom of the wave, we started going up, and up, and up, and up, and we were like, okay, can we stop now? This is getting kind of crazy. Keep going up, keep going, and we finally hit the top of this wave. And I was like, holy shit, because here's the bottom of the wave, so here's, I mean, this is an exaggeration now, but, I mean, here's the boat, right? We're up, it's a square boat. Let's be semi-grade 3 about it. Bows. It's even a sailboat. We're gonna be a sailboat. So here's the boat, okay? And we're looking out, and so we're looking out the front of this boat, and this is our line of sight. You can't see down here. We've hit a wave that is so damn big, we're at the top of this wave, that you can't see the bottom of the fucking wave. And we were going, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy. Only sky. I mean, it was dark sky because it was a storm, but it was only sky. And so here comes the boat. The boat goes out, and the boat is down here. And the boat is, for all intents and purposes, flying. We're breaking the laws of physics and shit, and we are flying in air with this boat might as well have had like wings and shit, and just been flying through the breeze and catching air, because we were flying off of this boat, and we had so much hang time. Remember that? Like the teacher I told you about, Mr. Dunbar? He's walking in with a sandwich in the room, and he's 450 pounds, remember? We hit the top of that wave, the hang time was so much, he got air time off, and he got lifted up, and he was standing over here, and so was another friend of mine, his name was Ben. He had chocolate milk, drinking his chocolate milk, and here's Mr. Dunbar. Mr. Dunbar gets picked up and thrown back over the seats. Ben goes back over the seats and hits the wall. Okay? He goes back. I'm grabbing onto the thing. I'm weightless. Shit's in slow motion. I'm grabbing onto the curtain rod. Shit's weightless. I hear Ben going, ah! And I look back, and here's Ben and Dunbar in slow-mo just going, and Ben smokes the wall, and chocolate milk goes flying everywhere, and Mr. Dunbar is rolling on the ground. Shit got real. The curtain rod broke, I fell to the ground, we got up, and at that point in time, at that point on the trip, it took this long into the boat ride before people realized, and it was Ben first. Ben got up from that fall, he stood there, and he looked at me, and he said, Adam? I said, what, Ben? He said, I don't feel so good. And as soon as he said, I don't feel so good, sometimes you have to somebody else has to feel bad before you start feeling bad. He said that, and everybody else made the startling realization, oh shit, I don't feel so hot. And I went, okay, I don't feel bad right now. I feel kind of seasick, but I'm not bad because I didn't eat. Everybody else ate. And I'm going, oh my god, no, this is going to be so bad. And so everybody kind of sits down and goes to work, and we all go back, and at this point, I'm back down. We're all back down here in the main hall area, okay? And we're all sitting, a lot of people are sitting over here in the bench area, some people have sat back here in the quiet area. At this point, it went from fun trip to like dead silent horror movie. There wasn't a noise on this fucking ship. Not one noise. And I forgot one part, is that what happened was, at this point, before we hit this big wave and caught all this air, somebody was actually, this is a hallway, there's a door to get out onto the main deck, outside, somebody went out there. And when they got back inside, they didn't close, because they saw the wave coming, they got back inside, they didn't close the damn door. And so when the next wave came over top of the ship, this whole, I'm gonna do it now, that whole area, flooded. Water, flooded, 6 inches of water. Completely flooded. Bathroom, flooded. Completely flooded, 6-8 inches of water. Lower deck, flooded. Somebody got out, closed the door, but we're sitting around with a bunch of water on the ship now, okay? And so what happens is, I'm sitting, at this point, I didn't know it was flooded. I didn't know it was flooded yet, alright? So stay with me, I didn't know it was flooded yet. We're all, like I said, we're all down here in the main hall, right? Some people are here, some people are here in the quiet area. Some people stayed up here, but most of the people had moved back and they were into this quiet area, or some were even sitting in the kitchen. And at this point, I'm sitting right here, and this is a little interesting thing right here. Okay, this red square is a TV with a GameCube hooked up to it. Okay, and it had Mario Kart. It was the first Mario Kart for the GameCube. Only thing there. And so I'm coming down, and I had come down through the door, and I walked down over here. I went over and I saw this, and I see this little kid sitting here playing away on the GameCube. And I looked at it, and I wasn't feeling so good. I thought I was going to throw up at this point. I wasn't feeling good. I had to watch people starting to puke everywhere, and I wasn't feeling so good. And so, you know what? I said, alright, you know what? I said, screw this. I looked around, there was no parents around. I walked up to that little son of a bitch. I said, kid, you get the fuck off that GameCube. I'm taking over. And he looked at me, he said, no, I'm not done my turn. I said, no, you get your ass off that GameCube, because I'm going to be playing me some friggin' Mario Kart and keeping my mind off the fact that I want to puke all over you right now. And he said, kind of like that. I'm sure he sounded something like that. I know my memory's not perfect. But he leaves. And so I sit down, and so now I'm at this GameCube. Alright? There's me. I could probably just use like a circle or something. So here's me. There we go. So I'm sitting there and I'm playing some friggin' Mario Kart. He goes off, he goes plays with his parents or something. And so I'm playing this GameCube. Okay, and what happened, so at this point, this is what happens at this point. I'm sitting down playing GameCube, and we're still going headfirst into waves for a while. Okay? What happened next was that a couple of people had gotten sick, but not a lot of people had gotten sick. Oh, I also missed one other part of the story. I apologize. Drawing is making me forget some things. When we came off that wave, like, remember when I said when we hit the bottom of these waves, it was like a big bang rattle, and it was kind of thing, and the whole ship shook? When we hit the bottom of this wave, and it was an earthquake. Shit got real for it. It was like being in an earthquake, I shit you not. And what happened was, at the same time that happened, I heard a big, huge crash. Massive crash. And I went, what the hell was that? Some genius. I don't know who came up with this idea. But some genius said to themselves, you know what would make a great gift shop? You know what we could put in this gift shop? I don't just want to put things in there. I want to make sure everything in that gift shop is made of glass. Including the shelves, including every item in there, is nothing but glass. And so what happened was when we hit that wave, glass went everywhere. Glass went absolutely fucking everywhere. It was a smash, and glass was all in there. Glass flew out into the boat, and it was rolling around all over the place. There was glass all in this area. The entire shit. There was not one gift left in that gift shop. Not one damn gift. Not one. Okay? Now I'm back to where we are now. Now I'm back on track. So that had happened. That's completely gone. So I'm still sitting here at this GameCube, or whatever. I'm just enjoying myself right here. And at this point in the trip, we stopped going headfirst into the waves, and that's when a couple of people were getting sick. You know, it wasn't bad. A couple of people were getting sick. We started